Hello and welcome to our fifth episode of the Fresh Birds podcast. Wow,
Hello.
I have an accent now. Hi, so
Wow.
today I'm joined by Matt, my lovely friend Matt, acquaintance Matt, my lovely
Oh no, the
acquaintance
secret's out.
Jaden, and my
It's no
other
secret.
lovely acquaintance Cal.
She got one more
Hello.
lovely.
Yes, I get
So
special
yeah, before we
privileges.
start out, I think I just want to ask you guys, how was your week? How was your weekend? Was it good? Or was it bad? Maybe Jalen can start first.
Well, it was good. It was very good. Because it was a long weekend, right? Public holiday was on Thursday. Me and my friends actually went to staycation. We booked an Airbnb and we just
What are you talking
just
about?
hung
Like
out
you're
there.
unemployed. Like every weekend is a long weekend for you. lah.
Secrets out.
Why you expose me like that?
Stop
But yeah,
By the way,
honestly,
we're gonna put Jaden's LinkedIn in the bio, so if you have job right,
please hire me.
Yes,
please.
him
yes,
up,
yes.
But yes, as I was saying, we just went to a staycation lah and just hung out there, had food, had drinks, had a good time. Everyone, everyone had a good time, I think, and
Sounds fun.
yeah, it was very very fun.
I made a
and also
cameo
Good for you.
appearance. I had a
He
good time
made-
as well.
he made a cameo.
Cameo.
Yeah.
Yes, and also on Friday I actually went to Mitasu for sashimi. Ooh,
Wow.
super
Damn.
good.
Hey,
And I heard like
Jaden living the life. Just want to say
living the life.
Living the
Even
life.
though I'm unemployed, I'm still living the life. I
the
don't let
rich
that
life.
stop me.
The rich life. I think
Basically,
the,
Jaden is spending money that he don't have.
Yeah.
no, he
honestly.
has. He has the internship paid him quite well. Remember?
Let's not talk about
Just
that.
exposing.
That's the past.
Let's not talk about that.
But yeah,
We
Had a-
call
had
it
a good
sugar
one.
sugar mommy money.
Yes.
Wow.
sugar
Yeah.
mama.
Hush hush, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that. It's in the past. Yeah. It was
Okay.
a good one.
That's good. Next up, maybe we go with Cal.
My weekend pretty much uneventful, just like my whole week. But yesterday I went out with my boyfriend and his sister. Then we had
Oh,
dinner.
with his sister.
Oh, the sister.
And
What's the sister doing there?
no lah, we were going to like check out some stuff at Wanutama, and then we just went then we had dinner, and then in the morning we went to Eco Ardens and walk our cats together.
Where's
Walk
that?
your cats on the leash.
Yeah, on a leash.
Eco Ardens.
Yeah, it's somewhere
Yeah,
near lah.
it's-
Yeah,
Oh.
somewhere
Yeah,
in
it's like-
Chalab lah.
They have like a nice lake sort of thing you can walk
Yeah,
Okay.
rounds and rounds around it.
I think I've
Yeah.
been there.
yeah. So Princess walked a lot, but her cat didn't at all.
She
So-
can walk, man, princess. I thought she was too fat.
Hey, she likes walking. Okay.
Okay.
Princess
So-
is Cal's cat, by the way.
We're showing the
Yeah.
picture of the
We've-
cat again.
Yeah, it's somewhere
Yeah.
here.
not the picture of the
She's
princess.
very cute.
Picture of the
Very
cat.
cute. Trust me.
Yes, she
Yeah.
is. So yeah, then
Okay.
at night we had dinner. Then I spent 200 plus on makeup.
Dang.
There we go.
Oh, but that's normal, right?
There we go.
Now
I
what for
bought-
Cal?
I bought an eyelash curler and a new foundation. So update guys, my foundation, which was I bought it in 2018, is
Expired.
finally retiring.
The one that
Oh.
expired, right?
Yeah, it's expired. See, this is how we know we all watch Cal's videos. on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all know her
Mm.
foundation is
Her
expired.
foundation
Yeah.
expired.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So if any makeup makeup companies want to sponsor Cal, it's just
Yes,
Cal.
Put my email down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If any makeup company want to hire people, hire me. That's pretty
Jaden knows nothing about makeup, but somehow he
Hey,
wants to
he
work.
can
with
do
you.
marketing.
He can do
Wow.
marketing. Yeah. He
It's so
Amira.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't bring things up like that.
Don't bring
Okay.
things
Yeah.
All right. So I think what about Matt? What about you?
I think you should go first, because mine
should go
ties
first.
mine
Yours
ties
is a
into
bit-
our topic today a bit.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So sad.
Wow.
Okay, I think mine was pretty good. So you had like a week of break, right? From uni, and then that was nice.
You and Calista had a break.
Actually, yeah, me and Cal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I woke up on the Monday, right? Because I usually have class at 12. I on my PC because I thought shit I was late, like 12:20 something like that. Shit I was late. I pressed space bar because I was on sleep mode, right? And then I went to my class. And then-
But you're
lo
the
and-
only one there.
lo and behold, it's like, oh, it's a bit quiet in here. There's no one around here. Just wait for people to come. I'm like, why? Then like 5 minutes later, I went and shower, come back. I'm like, nobody inside. What happened? I was about to text my group mates, and then it struck upon me that we
That
had
is
a
a
break.
midterm
Yeah.
break.
We didn't even know. I didn't even know we had midterm break. So yeah, my last whole week was just stressing about an assignment. It was really hard to do. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I went out with Jaden and Matt. Yeah, so Matt is going to expand on that story.
Oh, I thought you were
It's a
going to expand on the
continuation.
story.
Nah, Alizi,
Oh.
I think you can say better.
Well, we went to try Taco Bell near my house.
Oh god.
And it was we all were really looking forward to it because being Malaysians who consume a lot of Western media, right? You hear about things like Taco Bells and things like that. I don't know why I
Exactly,
added that
exactly.
S there, bells. So we tried, and then Jaden came because Jaden lives really close to me, and
Mhm.
this Taco Bell is really, really, really close to me. Like, I could walk there if I wanted
You
to,
could.
lah. Yeah. But then Yarong, right, who never comes to KL for anything, who specifically tells me, don't call me to KL unless it's somebody's birthday, which is a rule, right, that I abide by. Correct or not, Yarong?
Yeah, that's true,
I'm
that's
very
true.
good about it.
That's true.
Then
that's
he's
true.
like, hey, y'all go Taco Bell. Okay lah, jom. Then he drive all the way from Klang, right, to come and have Taco Bell
Eh,
with us.
funny part, I took a wrong turn.
A long
Right.
detour.
Yeah, a
Long
long
detour.
detour.
So Jaden and I, we got started first, and yeah, we placed an order, and then Yarong came, and then we went back to my place and we had it. And overall, let's just quickly do the ratings lah. For me, it was a 3 out of 10 lah.
It was a 4 for me.
It was a
God.
5 for me.
You know, I've told my friends about this experience, and then they say they tried the Cyberjaya one, right? And they say it's really the Taco Supreme. Remember the one, the Taco
Mhm.
Supreme?
The crunchy one, is
Yes,
it? Crunch.
yes. He said that is really good.
Mm.
So
I can
right,
vouch for them.
Cannot relate.
Yeah, I went
so
to
I
the
cannot relate.
yeah. So here's the thing. I went to the Cyberjaya Taco Bell, and it was pretty good actually.
The
All
one
right,
to-
so
the one we had was
Maybe
next
it's
trip,
just that outlet. lah.
Cyberjaya.
Yarong will be
Wow, but
driving
Yarong
from
though.
Klang to Cyberjaya to try. I don't know lah. Maybe Pumas
gonna
will be
spend
more
half a day.
standard lah.
Can I get some
Yeah.
sponsors for my petrol gas? Yeah.
Can.
Expensive lah.
Kalista will give you some from the makeup fund.
Yeah. yeah.
What makeup fun?
The great big makeup fund. Okay, last thing, right? And this ties into
Mhm.
our topic today. Matt got hurt this week.
Aiyo.
Matt got hurt this week. Matt has been trying to develop a friendship with this person who he started a podcast with. Her name is Kalista. And then he found out this week, right, that his name on her phone
Oh,
is our college name and then Matthew. The people you meet who
yikes.
sell you insurance, then it's
AIA James.
AIA James or
AIA
yeah.
Fabinho, because
Oh, yeah.
they have
Or
fancy names like that.
or your Perodua dealership Perodua Firus, things like that. Yeah, I was at that level. And then, I really was I was so upset. I left our WhatsApp group, and then Jaden or Yarong, they brought me back in. And then Jaden
I
found
was the
out
one
that
who brought you back.
Jaden found out that he also was Proton Jaden or whatever, and he left. And really, we were really hurt actually.
Yeah.
And it really took a toll on me. And I thought that,
Me too.
for me, Cal and I, we have this thing. It's called the 14th cousin connection. So that means there's something but apparently she didn't feel the same.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's my defense. Okay, so I always save contacts. When I first met them, this is what I know them as. I always categorize people. So when I work, I have the work, the company name, and then their name. So that's how I used to save everyone's contact. So literally everyone from uni, everyone has that name. Everyone starts there. Okay. And I usually when I do that, I always forget to change their names and whatsoever. So even Rong, okay, when we first met, he was also uni Rong. Okay.
But I
It was-
changed it.
Yeah, he took the initiative. He took my phone and
Was
he
during
changed it
class.
himself.
Sorry lah, I live in where and you live where? And I'm supposed to come to your place. Jaden and I are supposed to come to your place and take your phone and change it to something
No.
more
I
endearing.
didn't.
by
I
ourselves.
changed it. I changed it during class. It was so I changed my name fun fact called Babana because my mom told me I think I was a bit dyslexic when I was growing up. So my mom said I used to call banana, our famous word banana, Babana.
Oh,
So
Babana.
yeah. I just
Oh.
say
Very cute.
Babana.
So he's Babana. It's
So
like,
cute lah. Yeah. So anyway, that
Babana.
was really hurtful lah. You know, because Cal, when I knew you, right? You know how I save your number?
what?
01 something something something. Yeah, but then when we became friends, right? I actually put a like a.
See, okay, here's the thing.
ah.
Even before you save my contact as what it is now, right?
Mm.
You were already Uni Matthew. So even before you saved my number, I already saved your
Why
number.
did you have my number actually? We've never talked on the phone before.
See, this is why it was always Uni Matthew. Because I think the first time ever you texted me was during that one forbidden night. We were talking
Oh
about
yeah.
you were telling me
yeah.
about the how much
The
you're gonna pay
location.
and stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
address.
yeah.
Then
Oh,
I
okay.
had the courtesy
Yeah.
to save your number, but you
No, I
didn't.
didn't say.
I feel like to our listeners, they might feel something sus because you said the location, that forbidden night, the
Yeah.
address.
It was
Sorry,
the house party that we're
Cal
not
and
supposed
I,
to talk
Yes,
Cal and I,
please
we've never interacted like that before.
Oh,
We're
please no,
strictly
that's a
friends.
banana.
Okay,
It's
strictly friends.
Babana.
It's incest lah. They
Yeah.
are cousins.
Yeah, it's your cousins.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
But it's
okay.
14
Yeah,
though. It's
different.
14 already though. Like, is that okay? That
It's
one,
still
that
wrong.
one.
It's just
Yeah,
I
wrong.
didn't.
move
But
away from
so you
that.
actually saved my number from there. I didn't.
Yeah.
At that time, I still didn't like you yet.
See,
Yeah.
Whoa.
see,
Heavy
even though
statements.
even
No lah, it's
before
not, I
we
didn't.
even got
It's-
close,
it-
even before anything, I already saved your number. Also,
not-
Jaden as well.
Yeah.
Before we even were like very close, I think we were in the same class, we were in the same group. I already saved your
Mm.
number then.
I save also.
He saved. Did you save it as? No, sorry.
I didn't. I
Oops,
didn't.
bleep that. Did you save it as? Let's call it Porudua
I
Kalista.
did
All right.
not.
Yeah.
I did not.
No, I actually remember whose number I saved. Fun. Like, I don't categorize people because I always remember where they came from for some reason.
Mm.
So
It's not that I forget where I meet them lah.
But
okay?
you
It's just
forget
that-
lah.
No, it's just that I just like to categorize.
easier
them
lah,
in that
okay, it's
way
easier
lah.
lah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like uni, everyone is there.
Yeah.
So at
Okay
work,
lah,
everyone
let's-
is there like that.
Let's move on from this hurt. Okay,
Yeah.
let the past be in the
no
past.
lah, don't transition like that. You go. Speaking of feelings and thoughts and.
That's your wrong job.
Yeah, wrong.
okay.
So
I'm not gonna do that.
speaking of
was like-
feelings, in
Yeah,
three,
Okay,
two,
okay.
one.
Speaking of feelings, nah, just kidding. Okay, so I think today's topic is a little bit deep, lah. I think something that we all might have went through. Listeners out there, four of us, whatever. So, before we actually start on like talking about the topic, just want to have a quick statistic check, right? So
Ooh.
it's also a very deep thing. Deep, would you just say? Yeah. So so the first 5 months of 2021, right? So there are recorded 468 suicide cases compared. So this is only 5 months, right? Compared to the 12 months in 2020 and 2019. So which had 631 and 609 respectively. Also want to tie back to the pandemic, right? So this is actually caused by the pandemic. First 5 months, I think, was really bad for some people. So yeah, and then it also says that from January to June of 2020, right? So 6 months they had 20,575 calls at Befrienders KL, while compared to 32,710 for the whole of last year, which is 2019. So those are very concerning numbers, right? So if you think about it.
Wait, last year 2020, right?
No,
No lah, Jaden,
these
last
are
year,
the figures for
2002.
2020.
No, he said 2019.
Yeah, these are the figures for 2020.
Uh,
Yeah, so this so probably the first wave, was it first wave of pandemic? 2020, right?
Yeah.
2020 March, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you guys would know what are we talking about like today. So our topic today is actually mental health. Right. So in talking about this, it may come as a sensitive topic to some people. Because I think all of us do go through some challenges, in life, be it whatever worries we have, right? So can I ask you guys to be a little bit more personal today? You know, maybe the first question I'll put out there is, what are some struggles that you guys struggle with? You know, mental health wise. Be it like from any aspect of your life. If it's too personal, it's okay. You don't have to share. But yeah, maybe you'll start with Jaden, because I think you're actually quite carefree. But
Yeah.
I just want to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I haven't had to deal with a lot of mental health struggles up until this point. But I would say my worst one, my quote unquote worst one was like just it was just anxiety lah. Anxiety after my classes during the internship, where
Mm.
I was really put in a situation where I had to like think about like what I want to do
Mm.
in life, because up until that point, everything was planned out for me, like school, you need to go study, you got assignments, just it's like all planned out, like you have to follow the steps. But at that point during my internship, I knew that I was going to graduate, and I knew that I needed to look for something that I have to like do, or like just have to um just think about in a lot, you know. So that gave me a lot of anxiety, because I had no idea what I wanted to do. And during my internship, I knew that that wasn't something I wanted to do for life.
Mm.
And it was just a little bit scary. I've never felt that type of anxiety before. And I just and thankfully, like, I like talking to friends, and just talking to my family members also. They helped me sort of, they told me to slow down, don't worry, you're still young, you know.
Right.
You can still like figure it out along the way. You don't have to figure out every single step of your life now. And that gave me a little bit of like relief lah. But yeah, I think I'm generally pretty much like carefree. I'm thankful that I don't get affected by a lot of like stuff, which is like a good and a bad thing, I think. Because good, it's like, well, I don't get affected lah.
Yeah.
Bad, it's bad because I don't like
Notice
remember,
things.
like
Yeah.
I don't learn from them.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons lah. But yeah,
Right.
that's me.
Yeah,
Anxiety, that's it.
because I wanted to hear from you, because like I know you as a very carefree person, and like
Mm.
often enough, you get over things pretty easily. I would say that you want
Yeah.
to quickly resolve it, you know. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
very interesting take from you. What about you, Matt?
I am not a
Any
carefree person and I don't get over things very easily. So
right?
kind of like
Opposite.
the opposite of Jaden, which is
Right.
why
Yeah.
I would say he compliments me lah. You know,
Mm.
like when we're out together, it's two perspectives. You know, so yeah, I think
This is why they share custody of Leslie.
Yeah. Fun fact.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so true.
It's a
This
shared
is why the
custody.
family works.
Yeah,
Yeah, the family works.
She know which dad to go, who to go to for what lah.
Yeah.
I almost said daddy, and then that would have been banana.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
No.
that would have been so
No,
banana.
Babana.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she's listening now, she's gonna be like halfway to the toilet, gonna puke. Yeah. Love you, Leslie. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's very different. For me, I think, for me it was very different. I think I went through like a big life thing earlier in the year, and I started the year off not very great lah. But I was very busy with things, and for me,
Right.
my coping mechanism is like I take on a new project or I get busy with something and I get really good at it, and then to try to not confront certain feelings, because when I feel, I think I feel really deep, and it's not good lah. I dwell on it for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think kind of recently, those projects kind of stopped, and I was taking in more like work things, and obviously we started doing this podcast, but we all share custody of this podcast, so
Yeah.
the responsibilities are split. And I think I kind of told Jaden closer to my birthday lah, I think that a lot of things have started popping up lah.
Mm.
That have caused me a lot of worry. But one of the things that I don't know, I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say the constant shutting down and reopening and shutting down and reopening and the lack of direction as to where things were going to go. It did cause a lot of people a lot of headache lah.
Yeah.
For some
yeah,
it's just
definitely.
and it's different levels lah. For some it's like really high degrees of anxiety.
Yeah.
And then for some of us, it's just, more of a general stress thing. It really depends on the nature of our job, what we were doing at the moment. For me, so it was like the same thing, And for us, right, I think, I don't know, I think not being able to see our friends also was kind of like it didn't really help,
Huge thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah, it was a huge thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I was telling you guys also, like, around the time we celebrated my birthday was like the first time I saw Cal this year in October, right? And
Right.
then second time that I saw Yarong the whole year,
Yeah.
So it was very, not that we, like, Cal and I, we hang out all the time last time, but, at least 3 times a year but you see, not even 3 times, only 1 time. So yeah, I think all that, it really added to it. So I would say one thing that helped me was hang out with someone like Jaden,
Right.
Mm.
who can see things
Aw.
more, like, not with so much emotion, not with so much. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't feel, he does, but I'm a very, very, like,
believe me, I feel.
you do feel, I know you
Wow.
I
feel,
do feel.
but I am
Okay,
like,
Jaden.
I'm a griever in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Just
he-
be it.
yeah.
Let's not make this
so-
weird.
That was
So banana lah,
borderline
you
banana.
I'm done lah. I'm done. I'm out. Thank you guys.
No,
Thank
no,
you
no.
for listening
Continue,
to the Fresh
continue.
Brats. Not like that's it.
That was an inside joke. I'm so sorry.
That's that's it lah.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, that's it
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright.
I've been trying to find balance and good old Jaden
Yeah.
has been helping out.
Oh man, glad I could help,
Nice.
man. I
That's
didn't know I
cool.
was helping.
Yeah.
that
I would have
way.
preferred if you didn't know lah actually. So yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What about you, Cal?
I think I've been pretty balanced in both. I think I'm right between Matt and Jaden, in a sense where when I'm like very into my emotions, then I feel very deeply. But when I get over it, I can get over things pretty fast. So like when I get over it, I'm really over it lah. So yeah, most of the times, I mean, during this whole pandemic, I pretty much 90% of the breakdowns I have is all because of like assignments, uni,
Mm.
and
You
yeah,
wanna
but
quote
also
your latest
Oh
one?
god. Yeah. Oh, the latest one was just
few.
before we recorded, right?
It was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
That's what the ice cream was for, guys, by the way.
Yeah. So,
our
yeah,
kind,
but-
kind brother Matt actually
Jaden?
bought the ice cream.
Wow.
Hey, sorry, Matt.
I don't take credit
for
for
that.
that.
Wow.
I'm
Matt.
sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm
Why don't you
sorry.
just call me
But-
AIA Jaden
Yeah.
lah at this point? Yeah.
But right, I have to say I've been very, very blessed with the people around me. Like I
Mm.
have a lot of like the support system are always here, and yeah, whenever I break down, I always have people around me like just making sure I'm okay. Yeah, Matt, Rong, Jaden not so lah. Okay.
Oh.
I just love that I
Oh,
made the
man.
list before Princess. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like Princess and then but yeah. Family,
Well, okay lah.
family,
To be fair,
family first.
Family first. Fucking cousin.
okay, if you're
Fucking
if you're
cousin first.
mentioning Dan Princess, then Dan is number 1.
Yeah.
Then Matt will be number 2 lah.
Mm.
Then Rong number 3. Wait, sorry.
Jaden's like number 50.
Yeah. Actually, sorry. Not in particular order. There's Matt, there's Shemaine, there's Jaden. Jaden not so
Wait,
I think
what?
bad. Matt, there's Rong. Sorry, my brain is a bit scattered.
Are you
but,
okay?
Like,
Yeah. There's
What the
Not
heck?
really.
So you know, repeating names.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. no.
yeah,
Who
my
else-
brain
who
a
else-
bit
Who
scattered.
else you want to name? Kyrie for
else?
making the vaccines go about
Yeah.
more. Yeah, let's go.
No, that's it. I again, I have few less than 10 names in my head. So like I'm already naming half of them.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really nice.
I'm very grateful for the people around me now. So if
Mm.
anything,
Mm.
I know I always have
Please
these
don't
people that I
turn it
can go
into
to.
another gratefulness episode. We are all grateful.
Oh,
No,
grateful.
that's it. That's
Shukr.
it.
Shukr.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Can I
Right.
can I
Yeah.
can I ask one
Yeah.
question, Yarong, to everybody, if
Yes.
you don't mind? I want to say like
Yeah, sure. Go
we've
ahead.
all talked about one thing, like how there's been a lot of stuff, but the counter thing, what if like what do you think is the one thing that kind of help you get through all the the mess and all the noise that stressed you out
Mm.
throughout. Like I think if I can kind of leech off what Jaden was saying, I think for me as well, having family there it was a big
Mm.
support system.
Right.
And I've learned throughout, like you look at the suicide numbers, right? A lot of it also is tied into like very messy families and chaos, and
Yeah.
that happened because people were stuck together and
Yeah.
not able to do it. So like
Yeah, I
for
think like
yeah.
throughout the pandemic, like people started to realize like, how a good family support system is.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what for
Yeah.
you guys, like what are some of the things that okay, like this you realize like you value this, and let's not do like I'm so grateful and I want to thank like the Oscars, but that after, like, as we go back to normal, right, something that we don't want to forget, and okay, we're gonna always value that during these
Yeah.
times, that this was something that was always there.
I think I'll go first. I
Yeah.
think I'll say people,
Mm.
right? I'm a very social person. If people out there don't know, I think these three would know. I'm a very noisy when I'm actually out loud. But this pandemic has taught me, has made me a little bit more like quiet as well, in a sense. Now I enjoy a lot of alone time. But when I say people, I mean just people around me that I've met. So fun fact about me, I want to plug myself. Okay, don't want to plug myself, but I stream on Twitch.
Oh,
So
Wrong
Let's
baby.
go, wrong
Where you
baby.
at?
I knew
Hashtag.
it. You
Twitch
guys
fam,
will come
Twitch
here.
fam, we love you.
But yes, I really love the Twitch fam. As funny as it sounds, right? As cringy as it sounds, but I think I'm really grateful just to have oh I just made it to a grateful thing. But yeah, I'm really happy to have met these people, right? Because when my friends were busy, my family was I think my family not busy, just that yeah, it's just a bunch of people. But I guess you can say they're online, it can be dangerous, but they're just a bunch of people who I've met, very wholesome from around the world. So that's what something cool about it is I've met people from around the world. So namely Singapore and maybe Philippines.
But you're
and maybe
saying
like
you're saying right, they are nice Singaporeans.
yes,
Oh,
a
okay.
lot.
Controversial.
That's news.
Also, we need-
Sorry,
like-
that's news to
We
me.
need people to like us.
Sorry, we're
man.
gonna get
We don't do
cancelled real
this.
bad,
Let's cut
man.
that
I
part
was
out.
trying. See, we were trying so hard to keep it in, but apparently Matt cannot.
Okay, sorry. You were saying.
That means this makes my life really hard sometimes.
We love you, neighbor. We love you, neighbor.
We love you though. We love you. But yeah, it's like
Uh,
they are online people, but yet they are so nice, right? Compared to some people who I've met in real life, but they're just so cold about everything.
Shady.
So that's one thing that I really don't want to forget. It's just the people I met on Twitch.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been tons of fun, right? And when life gets back to normal, I'm going to miss because I spent so much time on Twitch, watching streams, talking to people, talking to streamers. So I think I'll definitely miss it. And I definitely want to meet some of these people in real life when I maybe head over to Singapore or something. But yeah, they've been a really, really, really cool. It was a really cool platform to be in, I would say.
Rong, you wanna share a little bit about how Dave helped you like through what? Because like you didn't get the opportunity to share like
yes.
Oh,
you
okay.
went through.
So what I went through, I think prior to this pandemic also, I've had some really, really bad thoughts at certain times of their life. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? But because I feel very deeply. I'm quite a sensitive person, right? I feel deeply. So like when someone tells me about something or scolds me, or like it can be like a casual, but people don't mean it, right? Like, oh, you're so stupid. Or you're such an idiot. Like, what also you don't know? I think that sometimes I take that very seriously, and that it affects me, lah, right? So I've had quote unquote suicidal thoughts. I've had those. That was not fun. But they just appear for one night, and then when I go sleep, I wake up, they're gone. So it's not like a constant thing I had to deal with, right? It was like a once in a few months kind of thing. But when it came to the pandemic, it was the I was just so deprived from social
Interaction.
interaction, right? In real life, I need that face to face, talk to people kind of thing. So when that happened, yeah, it was really tough for me because, and I started having like because I'm just always in my room in front of this screen right here the whole day because I don't have I mean that's why I want to get like a laptop, right? Because I only have a PC. So if I get a laptop, I can go like downstairs. I have like a very clear distinction on where to work and where to like rest, right? So this is like my room is my personal space. I want that to happen, not my workspace. But it has become my workspace over the past 2 years. And yeah, it was just and then like when it really came to I definitely have like issues to deal with was when I broke down for the first time a month ago. Was it a month ago, Kel? I told you about it.
Yeah, about that.
It was about that, yeah. So I was really confused because I was always the type where, yeah, I'm okay lah. I think I'm okay, you know? I always tell people I think I'm okay. And I think like I can get through this. There's nothing one. But then when I actually broke down, it was like very weird time, you know. I was just like watching Netflix and then suddenly I just cried and cried and cried and cried so hard for like 30 minutes straight. And yeah, I was just very shocked. It was just a very like shocking thing for me. It's like, hey, why are you crying? There's just like a lot of question marks. So yeah,
What was
I
going
think
through your head when like you had that breakdown?
there was just a lot of question marks. I was questioning myself, why am I doing this? Like, why am I crying? I just don't know why. But I think it's just like everything that I've went through, right? All the thoughts, because you know, when I'm alone in a confined space, you tend to think a lot, right? It's just coming out, you know, just releasing, if you get what I mean. So yeah. I mean, as bad as it sounds, I think breaking down once in a while is actually really good. Because it felt so good after that half an hour of crying. Like it felt so good. It felt so light. Not say very light, like not all problems go away, right? But it felt so much lighter to what I was feeling. So yeah, I think it has been very interesting for me. And then I'm slowly also discovering what I like and don't like because like I've got a lot of time to think, right? Because back then it was just like, oh, I go class, come back, and then it was work, and then it was class again, it was work, and then it was church, you know. So I've been doing a lot of thinking. So I think it's good in a sense as well. I'm aware I have something quote unquote wrong with me. So yeah, yeah, it's been a very, very learning experience. Do you say learning experience?
It's
A good
been
learning experience for
very
me.
educational experience.
Yeah, for myself, right? On what I was feeling. So yeah. So that was how I
He
felt.
just used me as Grammarly. I cannot believe that.
He was
He was
throwing
waiting
it
for the
out
fancy
there.
word of the day.
Yeah, I wanted a fancy word of the day.
Fancy word of the day is educational.
Educational.
Not very educational.
Not
Okay
so
lah.
fancy.
Not so
Big deal lah.
educational.
It's alright, you know. But yeah, that's in terms of how I deal with it, how I dealt with it was actually Twitch games and
Yeah,
my
like how
uni
did they
friends.
help you? Like would they like
They were
just
a distracting thing. They made me feel happy.
so they
They made me
just
feel
kept
happy.
your mind busy lah, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't think
yeah,
about the
yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah, they made me happy. They just kept me happy. It's like my my happy zone, lah, you know.
Mm, mm,
When I'm on Twitch, I'm talking like I'm watching a streamer because they can be small or big, right? And then they can be my
Mm.
friends also.
mm.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then the podcast came, and then oh, I have something to do, because back then it was just class, just more classes and classes and classes and classes and classes, assignment classes, and then work was online as well. And then that was like that didn't really help, lah, right? To be honest. So yeah, then now I have like these podcasts, and then yeah, I'm just like really grateful that like things are starting to open back up. You know, we are going out more. Yeah, I'm grateful for you guys too. Yeah, it's been really nice. I
No
think
more
lately lah.
Okay,
lately.
grateful. You already passed the
Cannot lah,
meter.
cannot yeah.
Meter,
Sorry.
meter gone already.
Yeah.
Strike one for y'all.
But thank you for sharing though. That was
Yeah.
like, oh man.
Yeah.
If I was there, I'd hug you.
I would
Oh,
too. We would all
I-
hug you.
I'll hug you any day.
Banana lah. This guy.
But okay. In terms of me, how I deal with it,
Yeah.
it's I think it's the same lah.
Jaden's
Like,
gonna paraphrase.
yeah,
See?
no.
Okay, you know what, Jaden? I'm gonna let you think about this. We go to Cal first, okay? And you make
No,
sure,
I already
right?
thought of it. I'm
You
not gonna
make sure,
change my
right, that you
answer.
don't no.
I'm not gonna change my
okay,
answer.
really?
It's the same
Really?
answer.
Okay, then you go.
It's
You
the
go.
same
You go.
answer.
You go.
It's talking to friends
Talking to what?
and
To friends,
talking
to
to friends.
Oh.
Friends.
He
Talking
lagged
to
out for a
friends.
bit. He
Lag of
lagged
the
a
day
bit.
goes to Jaden.
Yay!
Oh, I like the bit I just
Yay!
said. Talking to friends and family lah.
Oh.
And yeah, just having like people there to just talk about, like, sometimes you know how like people say, oh, just talk about your problems, like talk to people about them. Like, as cliche as that sound, it really does help. Like
Mm.
having like other people listen to it and maybe like give some advice, or just having them listen to you speak and you saying what you need to say is pretty much good enough lah.
Mm.
You know, to me, that it was good enough. And
Right.
also like my family, my mom and dad, my brother, they've been helpful also. Like whenever I think of that, I just think of like how lucky I am and how like I could always like count on them and always fall back on like them if anything happens.
Mm.
And I'm just super glad that my family is like our bonds are like quite strong lah. And
Mm.
also one subtle like surprising thing is like just walking my dog during the MCO, because like being cooped up at home, obviously like it's not the healthiest.
Yeah.
And walking my dog, just having that a little bit of like physical activity and knowing that my dog like is like excited and happy, and seeing her always so excited when I go out there with a leash, right? It just makes it better lah.
Oh,
honestly.
that's so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, just those two lah, friends, family, and my dog.
Yeah.
My love.
Actually, yeah, I have dogs too, so that's one way also lah. It's just like blind talking to the dog, just talk to them. They just look at you. They're so excited.
They're
right?
always
Yeah.
excited and they're always happy when you're there.
Yeah. So yeah, that helped.
Pets are great.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
great.
A
Shout out
bit
to my
a bit
dogs.
plagiarized lah, Jaden. You took a little bit of Yarong's thing, then you took Callista's walking her cat with the leash at Eco Others. Then it's like a little bit like, you know, you're
Hey.
you're getting better at it lah. But
I'm just trying to be honest here.
Yeah.
I mean,
but okay.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Callista.
Okay,
from
again, I'm gonna
AIA.
go a little bit off tangent here. Okay, so how did I cope with everything? It was actually all by myself. Like I have this thing in my, like within me, that I always tell myself, no matter what, no matter how sad you are, I allow myself to dwell. Okay, don't get me wrong. Every time I have a trouble, every time I'm faced with an issue, I always dwell on it.
Mm.
But I give myself a time limit. Then after that, I tell myself, no matter what happens, you somehow have to pull out something out of your ass and like just really, really like solve this issue. No matter what happens, no matter what, somehow, somewhere, you need to find a solution. Doesn't
Right.
matter how. So that's how I pull through. Like obviously, I didn't come to this. Like I wasn't born with this thing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I had like some past experiences, which made me feel like I have to solve this problem by myself, because no one is gonna do this for you. No one is gonna solve your issue for you. So
Right.
you really have to do it yourself, no matter what. Obviously, I'm not trying to like undermine like no anyone's feelings or whatever. If you feel, yeah, feel every second, every moment of it. And like I said, that's how I do it. Like I dwell on it. I feel every emotion I have to feel. Then after that, I tell myself, okay, we're done.
Then you
Okay,
move on.
girl, pick it up. Yeah,
Very
get it on.
practical. Very
Find a
practical.
solution. Yeah, that's how. That's how I do like solve my problems.
But look,
Very, I very a lot of Gary V vibes from
yeah, I
Cal.
love Gary Vee. It's like, just
Like-
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get up, you gotta do it, and you gotta do it, and then you gotta let it go, and then you gotta
Dwelling,
do it
stop
again.
dwelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
is moving.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, if you just cry about it forever, you're
Oh.
not gonna solve it. What?
Whoa,
That's
Yeah,
very
true,
Ga-
true.
very Gary V. The way
Gary,
she said
Gary,
it.
Gary.
very
Yeah.
scary.
But it's
What
true
about
though,
you,
like
man?
you could have
Yeah.
like, you know, the most qualified therapists and counselors and all those is very good. Like all, you know, two
If
of
you
us
don't
here
want to
are
solve your
psych
problem,
students.
no one can help you.
Exactly. Thank you for finishing my sentence.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's very,
Yeah.
very important. Us having to make the first move.
Yeah, exactly, to be
and-
better, right?
Yeah, and giving
Yeah.
ourselves like that. Okay, hey man, life still goes on, lah,
Yeah.
and our work and our assignments, they are not gonna wait for us, lah, in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Uh,
just want to put it out here. I hope that whoever's listening, if you feel like you have an issue that you cannot solve, I promise you can solve it because
True.
yeah, sister had
True,
some
true.
like at one point of my life, I did have some like bad juju thoughts lah. Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
lah,
bad juju.
maybe I'm not gonna do this lah, but yeah, but somehow I'm here. I don't want to say I'm thriving, I'm not, but like I was better from where I used to be lah. Okay, so
Nice.
you will
Mm.
get through it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this to you as well, Rome. You will
Yeah.
get through this.
Oh, I got a
Nothing
question.
is im-
Actually got a very like just a short, just yes and no. Okay, don't need to what. Are you guys okay? It's two questions actually. So have you guys been to have been to therapy? And if you have, do you recommend? And would you go for therapy? So three questions. Yeah.
I've never
What's
been
up?
to therapy.
I'll stay with me. I'll start with me. I've never been to
Okay.
therapy. So I want to go for therapy. Just to see how things like, right? But it's so bloody expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot. Yeah. What about you guys?
I've never
No.
been to therapy, but I've always wanted to go because I've always felt like there's something wrong with me. So I always want to find out
Right,
what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should, if we're able to afford it, like everyone should go to like
Therapy
therapy
once
just to
in their life.
understand ourselves a little bit better, like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
feeling and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like not very accessible in terms of price also lah. I mean, there are like the free ones that are, that are like done by universities or whatever.
Yep.
But the
You mean the
queue,
counseling ones.
the queue and like obviously like it's free, everyone wants to go, right? So
Right.
it's gonna be hard to like book a spot, I think. But yeah, I would want to go to therapy
Yeah.
just to understand myself.
What
Oh
about
man,
you, Matt?
he is the therapist.
No lah,
Who's the
when you-
therapist?
He doesn't go to therapy.
True,
He
true.
therapies.
No lah,
everyone.
I'm
please.
the therapy.
please. No lah, when you live in my house, most
It is
serious
therapy.
conversations is like a counseling session. So
Oh,
yeah,
I think that's good.
I'm quite
Yeah.
fortunate in that regard.
Are you grateful? Is the word grateful?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But I mean, we don't. I don't take that for granted. I also do have.
Just
Some-
say grateful. lah.
I have some. I never say that. I was gonna say that I have some really good friends who play that role very well. Who are very familiar with that kind of world, or
Nice.
are just more experienced, are in a later stage in life than me. But for me, I'm very unattracted to friends who portray that I have it all together kind of front.
Oh, sorry lah,
yeah.
Matt.
That's why I'm so friends with you. Yeah, because
That's
every
so
time
weird.
you,
It's like, I'm gonna
yeah,
break down. I've been thinking ice
yeah,
cream.
that's why I love. Yeah, you and I. That's why we connect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my friends are not
Double
my
thumbs
friends
up.
are very good people. Like they do their stuff very well. I would say I have a friend. I have these two friends. I have a few lah actually, but I got name one lah. This guy I know, his name's Aaron. And he one thing I love about him is he doesn't ever project himself to be perfect, but as he always projects as someone who wants to like be better, to learn, and remain forward thinking and progressive, and he talks about things that he finds very difficult, and also things that were challenging, but not in a very pseudo like inspirational, like you can do it, you get up in the morning, you run 6 miles, and because like I listen to Joe Rogan, and sometimes he can be like that,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not that it's very real, it's very real. It's more like, hey, sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes you need to take a day off, or there's some
Yeah.
things you gotta work really hard. And
Healthy way of doing it.
he amongst other people, I appreciate that sort of thing, and I think that when I'm talking to Jaden now, I'm beginning to see that kind of vibes as well, which
Right.
is I
That's really
appreciate
good.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I think we've spoke quite a lot, right?
Too much love for Jaden this episode.
Much love for Jaden.
Edit a bit.
Yeah.
Edit
Need
a
to take
bit.
it back. Need to take
So
it
I actually
back.
just want to
Maybe.
quick plug some context that some of you out there might find helpful. So actually in Malaysia we have some of our very few resources that you can maybe go to. If you guys need help, need someone to listen to, I think Befrienders is good. It's an NGO, right? And then it provides emotional support. It says here for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So yeah, without charge. So they're just people that are ready to listen to you, talk about anything and everything in your life. And another one is actually MMAHA, which is Malaysian Mental Health Association. So they provide same thing, right? Phone line, but they are from mental health professionals and qualified psychologists. So yeah, financial subsidies are also readily available to ensure that necessary therapy and support is given to anyone who needs it. So I'm just going to plug these two names out there. There's a lot more that you guys can Google.
And we'll put it on the bio. And
Yeah,
on
you put in the bio down there, their contact, their websites, and their number. It's been a really nice time talking to you all. I think this is where we wrap up. I think.
What a warm episode. Can I say that?
Yeah, it's quite warm.
Really,
It's
it's
quite
like
warm.
it's like a hot cup of cocoa. This
Yeah.
episode.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. Hot cup of
Yeah.
cocoa sounds
Thanksgiving
really
is
good.
coming soon.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, we all hope that you all take care of yourselves. Right.
Yeah. Okay,
and-
just know that if you have something going on in your head, just talk to the people around you if you can.
yeah, exactly.
Just have them understand your situation and possibly be able to help you lah.
Yeah. So yeah,
and I want to add that I know Kalista said that you are able to do a lot of things yourself, but in case you cannot, go ask for help lah.
Yeah.
In case you cannot, not all of us are superwoman like her.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it's always better to let it all out, right? And then just don't bottle things up because they build up and it can be really bad. But yeah, so this is where we wrap up. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this episode, do drop us a like, give us a follow, subscribe us on YouTube, and yeah, follow us on all our other platforms on Google Podcasts, Spotify. What else we have, Matt?
And if you
YouTube,
if you are that
Instagram.
guy,
Instagram.
if you are those fellas who's disliking our YouTube shorts, right? I come for you.
Comment.
No.
Hey,
Yeah.
Just
cannot.
comment. Just comment.
Comment
tell us
lah.
how
At
we
least
can
say why.
improve.
Don't simply like dislike lah.
Yeah, you
Right?
see our research team back there, they're
Yeah.
on to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Checking your IP
threat.
address.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's start a conversation.
Yeah, that's our conversation. Okay.
Let us know.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you in 2
Bye.
weeks. Bye.